This is episode number 87 of the Hustling for Happiness podcast. The 3 ways I stay in shape year round. Hello, beautiful people. This is Chris Teich, the creator of Hustling for Happiness. And if you don't know what that is, Hustling for Happiness was created to inspire you to get after your goals and dreams each and every day, and to also combat the rising levels of depression and anxiety in society. So jumping right into today's episode, the 3 ways that I stay in shape year round. Let's get into point number 1. I eat real food. Yeah, novel concept. Think about that. I actually eat food that you can find in nature. I tend to eat in a very paleo type of way. So, it's like, grass-fed beef, wild-caught fish, just real things that you would find in nature. Fruits, I'm a big fan of fruit. I stay away from the processed stuff. Anything that really comes in packages, anything that's, like if you go to the grocery store, I go to the grocery store and I pretty much stay on the outside of the grocery store. I don't go into the aisles. I hate going in there because all of that, the cereals, the breads, the pastas, like even ketchup is filled with sugar. It's basically sugar paste, And so it's like you have to pay attention to does this exist in nature? If it does exist in nature, then I'm going to eat it. Was it around 120 years ago? If so, cool, you're game. But there's really no other reason to go and eat a box of Oreos. I mean, yeah, they're good, but what are the long-term effects of that? Think of all of the sugar, all of the, vegetable oils that are in these foods. These foods are plugged with all of these processed chemicals that you really want to stay away from. So I eat real food. And if I can, I eat organic, right? I eat organic food. Sometimes life, if you're traveling, things like that can happen. It could get in the way. But if I'm grocery shopping, if I'm eating food, if I'm cooking my own food, you better believe it's going to be grass-fed. It's going to be real. It's going to be stuff that actually exists in nature. I like the fact that if I'm in nature, I can go and pull a banana off of a tree and eat it. I like that. I like the fact that blueberries exist in nature. Can't really find Captain Crunch out there in the wilderness, can you? I don't think so. So that's point number 1, eat real food. Point number 2, I have a workout plan and I stick to it. Right? Like a lot of people, they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to work out. Guys and girls, there's endless resources on YouTube. Just do a quick Google search, a YouTube search. You're going to find a million results that come back in less than a second. If you don't know how to do something, look it up. If you don't know what a pull-up is, YouTube it. If you don't know how to work out properly, that does not mean that you should not work out. A lot of you use excuses to keep you from doing what you need to do and what you know you need to do. Like, you don't need to Google putting on running shoes and going for a run. Just go for a run. Oh, but Chris, you don't get my life. You don't know how many hours I work. You don't know what things are like in my world. I don't need to. I don't need to. What you need to remember is that if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Your job doesn't matter at that point if you're in a hospital. Think about it. You've got work responsibilities. You can't even climb up a staircase without being out of breath. But yet work is more important? Really, bro? Come on now. Health is wealth. Without your health, you've got absolutely nothing. You can't make more money. You can't give back to the people that you love. And you're going to lower your lifespan. And yeah, for all the trolls out there, oh, Chris, we're going to die anyway. I get that. But knowing that we are all going to die, don't you want to maximize life to the fullest and extend it as long as possible? I mean, I don't know, maybe you're miserable and you can't wait to go. But for me, life has meaning. So I want to take care of that. And you do that by taking care of your health. So as novel as an idea as this might be, and it might seem, I have a workout plan. And I execute on that plan. I stick to it. I never take off more than 3 days from working out. It's one of the keys of why I'm able to stay in shape year round and why a lot of the people who are on my site stay in shape is because there's a plan in place. Like, what's that saying from the military? Proper planning prevents piss poor performance. And I believe it was Ben Franklin who said, when you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So why don't you have a plan? Just make a plan. Even if it's like, hey, I'm going to wake up in the morning before work and I'm going to go for a 45-minute walk 3 days a week. You start small and then you build. You don't have to come out of the gate with a Mr. Olympia routine, knowing how to do renegade rows and all different. You don't need to worry about that. You're not going to be doing muscle ups in your first month of working out. Just start. Just start moving your body. I mean, we've got more resources and access to technology, the best science available, but people are forgetting the basics. Eat real food, point number 1. And then point number 2, have a workout plan and stick to it. A lot of the jobs that we have today are sitting at desks, sitting down for 8 hours a day, sedentary lifestyle. So you go to work, you sit at your cubicle for 8 hours a day, and then you drive home, sitting again, to then get home and sit your ass on the couch and then watch TV? Where's the movement? Where's the motion? Our bodies were meant to move. And I guarantee you, if you are not moving your body, if you're not getting the blood pumping, you're not getting the benefits that actually come from exercise, where your body releases dopamine and serotonin and all those feel-good chemicals from your brain as a result of moving your body. It helps your mood. It helps with depression or anxiety. That's for sure. Myself, I suffer from depression for a long time, and I still deal with it occasionally. It never fully goes away. But this method has helped me turn down the volume profoundly. You have to be able to move your body. Don't say that you don't have time. You make time, okay? Like, I don't want to hear it. You can even keep watching the Netflix. Forget about, getting rid of Netflix and binge watching it. No. Just do some push-ups while you watch Netflix. Do some sit-ups. Do some bodyweight squats. You can still watch your favorite show. Go ahead. Go watch Game of Thrones. Whatever. But while you're doing it, maybe do some shadow boxing. Maybe do some mountain climbers. Jumping jacks. Jump rope. Something. Move your body more. Make it a priority. And then when you give to your body's going to give back to you. That leads me to point number 3. I stay consistent. Do I miss workouts? This is a big question that I wind up getting a lot. Yes. Sometimes life happens. I am not David Goggins, Sometimes, you have to sacrifice the work. You got to be there for a family member. Maybe you've got kids and you take care of kids. Life will happen. And so one of the things that I like to do that has helped me, I wake up early and I train first thing in the morning. I get it done before the world has woken up, before my day starts, before all of the other, conditions show up that I can't control. Like, oh, you got a flat tire or a car accident or this person called or, your boss called. You got to get, deadline's been moved up, which means you got to do the work now. You got to hurry up. You can't go to the workout. It's a lot easier to sacrifice the workout if you put it off at the end of the day. I have found over the years to do it first thing in the morning. This has helped me minimize missing any type of workout. But here's the thing. If I do miss the workout, you better believe that my rest day later on in the week, I'm not resting on that day. If I have to sacrifice the workout, then that day automatically becomes my resting and recovery day. It's very simple. You stay consistent. You set a goal. You take steps towards that goal every single day in any capacity that you can. And then you don't take your foot off the gas. Like we've all seen people that yo-yo with their weight, right? Where like they go hard for a few months, 6 months, whatever it might be. They lose a ton of weight. They get in great shape. And then all of a sudden what happens? They gain it all back. Why? Did they all of a sudden lose the knowledge of what to do to lose weight? No. They just stopped doing the things that got them in shape to begin with. 9 out of 10 times with my clients, with people that contact me, people that join my site, they will say to me, oh, I used to be in shape. Okay, well, what happened? What took place? And like I said, 99% of the time, they stopped doing the things that got them in shape. They stopped being consistent. They took the foot off the gas. They relaxed. They chilled out. They rested on their laurels. And then what was the effect? They gained all the weight back. They put in all that work months earlier to shed the extra skin, the extra fat, the extra weight. They did all these amazing actions for their health. And then they gave up. They went right back to the pizza, the donuts, the ice cream, the lifestyle that made them overweight to begin with. Guys and girls, it is imperative that you create a new human. You create a new lifestyle. That's how you stay in shape year-round. You have to create a different lifestyle. You have to say no to the actions and the things that were hurting you, making you overweight, killing you, killing your health to begin with. Is it hard? Yeah. Can it be done? Absolutely. So, bonus tip. If you've been watching this far or listening this far, thank you. I appreciate it. So here's a bonus tip for you. I weigh all of my food. There's a little handy dandy food scale right here. I take it with me to places as well. If I'm really trying to get ripped, if I'm really trying to get serious about my goals, I will take it to restaurants. I'm not even kidding. And I will weigh my food right on this scale that I got on Amazon for $9.99. It was $10. But this right here is the key. It is the difference maker to staying in shape, getting really ripped. I'm talking like Greek god ripped versus not. You have to be tracking what you do. Don't put the dumb and random. I hear from a lot of people all the time, oh, well, I eat healthy. And so then I ask them, okay, how many calories are you eating per day? And they're like, well, I eat salads. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, if that works, how come you're not losing the weight? Having a food scale is critical because it helps you track what you're actually putting into your face hole. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot manage what isn't being tracked. If you have a business, do you just go about it in a random way? No, you want to know how much money you're putting into advertising and marketing, and then how much money you're actually making from sales. If it's working, you want to know the ROI of what you're putting in. You do that by tracking the data and the metrics. Well, why don't you do that with your diet? Why don't you do it with your food? You're like, oh, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening because you're not actually putting the work in. You're not doing it properly. So I'll go over those 3 points again, and then that bonus tip. Number 1, eat real food. Okay? Number 2, have a workout plan. Can't believe I have to say this, but I do. Number 3, stay consistent with it. Just because you have to miss one day of workout does not mean that you throw your hands up and throw the towel in and you give up completely. No. And then the bonus tip, have a food scale. Measure your food so you know exactly what you're actually putting into your mouth. This will take out all the guesswork and you can stop putting the dumb in random. So I hope that helps. If I brought you value, if you like what you have been listening to, please do me a favor and share the podcast. I'm trying to grow this brand as much as I can while I can. Also, if you get a chance, check out the website, hustlingforhappiness.com. It's where I rate workouts for people for every single day of the year. Yes, every day of the year, all fitness levels. It's all already, factored in. And then there's also the mindset section as well, where, you're not only training the body on Hustling for Happiness, but you could train the mind. And it's designed to help you level up and be able to live the best life possible. So check out the links in the description, also for the free self-discipline manual. If you want an email, I send out an email every single day, just a little bit of wisdom for you and thoughts, things that I'm thinking to help you live a better life and go and get after those goals and dreams. So all that being said, thank you for listening and keep hustling for happiness. Peace.